Jalen gave me a really good ball. He got it up early, and I just had to win my one-on-one. So.
How locked in are you guys with deep balls?
How locked in?
Yeah.
That's something that we always trying to continue to get better with and work on. So that time we cashed in on it. Should I miss too early in the game? So yeah, I just made that one count the most. So.
AJ, if you looked at your routes run in the last game, if you look at your routes run in the last game, most of them on the outside, was that by design, or is that just the way it happened in that game, or is there more that they can do to get you over the middle?
Yeah, that was I think just how the game played out. I'm definitely in the slot. I definitely have routes in the slot. So I think it's nothing to be too worried about. I know you guys pay attention and stuff like that. I know you guys pay attention to stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it could be just one game. I know you're not afraid over the middle.
No, not at all. Not at all. So I just think that's just kind of how the game played out, so nothing to be worried about. So.
On that topic, what do you make of the whole talk outside of this building that Jalen doesn't really throw over the middle?
I don't make anything of it. That, for one, that has nothing to do with me, and I'm not even processing it. So.
AJ, 2 years ago, before the Tennessee game, you spent the week saying it wasn't a big deal. Then after the game, you said it was a big deal. How do you think kind of Saquon is processing this week, given that it's a comparable situation?
I think he's handling it the best way he can. Of course, I think the beast will probably be let out on Sunday, but he's doing a great job keeping it one day at a time, and he's just doing what he regularly does, and just coming to work, doing the little things, and so.
How hard is it to treat that kind of week like any other week?
It's not hard. It's not hard if you can just control your emotions through the week, because you don't play anybody through the week. You practice, and you got to continue to get better, and you not try to let it get bigger than what it is, because ultimately it comes down to making plays on Sunday, and you have to treat it like it's any other week. So.
AJ, you talked about it Sunday postgame, how a lot of people are looking for that perfect game from the offense. How pleased are you weekly with the progress you're seeing?
I wouldn't say pleased. I would definitely say eager to continue to get better. Yes, we've been having some slow starts. Now that I looked at it, but it's something we're trying to continue to get better at and get back on track. So.
Wayne had mentioned maybe you're going as an offense a little bit too late in the play clock. Have you noticed that? Has the coaching staff brought that up?
No, but we're always trying to get to the line of scrimmage and get there quickly so we can see what they're in, and then we make our emotions and we make our adjustments. So.
AJ, you were kind of in the position that Saquon is a couple of years ago when you played the Titans in an Eagles uniform. How do you kind of control the emotions, knowing that it's a big game for you personally and you want to have, an incredible performance against your former team, but also knowing, what's at stake and just kind of keeping it as normal as possible?
I think you just break it down to making the most of each and every opportunity, and just focus on the little details, your keys, and try not to make the big play. Just make the routine play, and everything else will take over itself. He's a great athlete. I'm sure he's gonna make plays, and so.
You mentioned the slow starts. Is there anything you guys are doing this week to try to jumpstart something early for the offense, or do you just try to block it out and stick to what you do?
It's something that we're trying to work on. I don't know if it's necessarily something that we can just focus on, or we're going to start practice fast, so something like that or whatever. But we're just trying to keep doing what we're doing and just keep trying to get better. And like I said, in the game, like the first drive, if I get my head around quickly, I get everything going. I was a little rusty, so I took part of that. So then the second drive, just missed. So stuff like that happens. I'm taking responsibility on my part. So.
Do you feel like you've been able to effectively shake off more of that rust this week?
Yeah, most definitely. As the game got going, I settled in, and I felt okay again, just to get going and playing football. So
you guys saw a fair amount of man coverage last week versus Cleveland. How is their coverages and their calls different with a new coordinator?
They do a lot of different things. I won't get into that. But they do a lot of different things, so we'll be ready for whatever they throw at us, and we got to do a good job. If they do something that we haven't seen, we have to adjust. So.
I know you pay attention to young receivers. What stands out about Malik Neighbors?
Man, he's a very explosive receiver, man. I'm definitely a fan. I know he only plays so many games, but man, he's a talent that's going to be around for a long time. And I'm excited to see how his future plays out, you know, and hats off to him and good luck to him in the future.
So much is made of the MetLife turf, and I forget if that was the game last year where you got injured before the playoffs at the Giants. I guess, what do you make of the MetLife turf, and what are your emotions going back to that stadium?
I made nothing of it.
I know you're a student of the game. Deontay Banks, any of the corners stand out for you?
Deontay Banks is a really good corner. He's a young corner, but he's really talented. You know, he's going to compete, he's going to play hard, and, you know, so.
I'm curious your perspective. Saquon was talking about how the Eagles are a player-led team. What's the, you've seen what it's like elsewhere. What's the value and like the meaning of a player-led team?
I seen both sides. There's pros and cons to both sides. It just depends on how you look at it, you know. I'm just gonna leave it at that.